In this video, I'm going to reveal the exact foods and strategies behind one of the most jaw-dropping kidney recoveries I've ever witnessed. Just yesterday I got a text from a patient with the subject line, "I'm CKD-free." Naturally, I thought, great, another patient who doesn't need me anymore. But when I opened the text, oh my gosh. Her GFR? 107. That's right, 107. You know your treatment is working when you're literally pushing yourself out of life. This patient, Sylvia, also left a comment sharing her incredible journey. She battled diabetes for years, which eventually led to failing kidneys along with kidney stones, joint pain, and crushing fatigue. It's the kind of diagnosis that could break anyone's spirit. But Sylvia made a choice. She refused to let fear dictate her life. She fought back relentlessly and decided she wasn't just going to slow CKD, she was going to beat it. Here's her own words: "Within just a few months, my doctor took me off blood pressure meds because my numbers were so good. Cholesterol dropped. Weight fell back to 180 pounds without struggle. But the best part? My kidneys bounced from stage 3 to stage 1 and my GFR is now 107. Sylvia, you're an inspiration to anyone who thinks recovery isn't possible." And today, I'm not just telling you her story, I'm giving you the exact foods and tips that made this transformation possible. We'll start right now with the first food Sylvia ate, and why it could change your life. Before we dive in, if Sylvia's story gives you hope, hit subscribe and share this video with someone who needs it most today. Now, let's get back to the food and the surprising reason it works so well: a powerful yet often overlooked mineral, calcium. When we talk about the renal diet, most of the spotlight goes to potassium, phosphorus, and sodium. Those are important, of course, but calcium can be a game changer, especially for the right patient. For someone like Sylvia, increasing calcium intake helped transform her kidney health. Here's why. Calcium isn't just for strong bones, it's a natural detoxifier. It binds to phosphorus in the gut, preventing it from harming the kidneys. Even better, calcium latches onto oxalate, the main culprit behind kidney stones, with the same determination I have for coffee on a Monday morning. After Sylvia boosted her calcium intake, her kidney stones became a thing of the past. The challenge? Most people rely on dairy for calcium, but that's not ideal for a renal diet. So where do you get it instead? One of my favorite options is bok choy. It has one of the best calcium to potassium ratios of any vegetable, making it kidney-friendly for almost everyone. Bok choy is also part of the cruciferous vegetable family and comes with another bonus: it's rich in nitrates. Your body converts nitrates into nitric oxide, which relaxes blood vessels, improves circulation, and lowers blood pressure. Think of bok choy as nature's chill pill for your arteries. What you're looking at here is a finger citron, also known as Buddha's hand. Unlike regular lemons, you don't typically eat or juice it, it's more often used as a garnish. But here's the twist: Buddha's hand is loaded with calcium, far more than most citrus fruits. In fact, it has more calcium than the average influencer has fake followers. Yes, it looks like a lemon that survived a brawl with a cactus, but it's actually sweeter and milder than a lemon. If you can find it, toss it into a smoothie, you'll get a solid calcium boost without the sour punch. Other high-calcium veggies worth considering are mustard greens, spinach, collard greens, and turnip greens. They're all incredibly healthy, but be mindful of their potassium content if you're on a low potassium plan. For many kidney patients, one of the easiest ways to get calcium without touching dairy is fortified rice milk. Rice milk naturally has some calcium, but smart brands fortify it to match regular milk's calcium content minus the drawbacks. Just check labels and choose a brand with added calcium and no hidden sugars or phosphates. And if you're craving dessert, coconut yogurt might be your new favorite. It's dairy-free, protein-free, low-carb, and usually packed with live probiotics. Think of it as the Switzerland of desserts, neutral, friendly, and guilt-free. Just make sure to pick a brand with good calcium content and no unnecessary sugar or phosphates. So there you have it, the calcium-rich foods that help shield kidneys from both oxalate and phosphorus damage. Getting enough calcium daily is more important for your kidneys than most people realize. These foods, along with others we'll cover in a moment, were part of Sylvia's remarkable recovery. But remember, every kidney journey is unique. What worked for Sylvia might need tweaking to work for you, and that's why a personalized approach is key to finding your breakthrough. Alright, let's get back to the diet that took Sylvia's kidneys from stage 3 to hello, GFR 107. Every time I bring up oxalates, someone inevitably pops up with, "Wait, don't vegetables have oxalates? Aren't those the kidney stone makers?" Time for a reality check. You know why so many people fear oxalates? 2 words: carnivore influencers. According to them, you can eat all the animal protein you want and your kidneys will be just fine. These are the same folks who claim vegetables put them in wheelchairs, blinded them, and ruined their children's health. Sounds totally credible, right? Humanity, you've outdone yourself. Honestly, I'm not sure what's worse, making those videos or the fact that people actually believe them, cutting back on vegetables because they're scared of oxalates. Thankfully, like every bad fashion trend, the carnivore craze is losing steam. Turns out it's tricky to build a loyal audience when your advice literally shortens their lifespan. Still, a few diehards are clinging to the plants are toxic narrative. According to them, if you've got diabetes and recurring kidney stones, the answer is obvious: just trust someone who thinks broccoli causes paralysis to handle your nephrology needs. Please. If you're still considering going full carnivore after all this, for the love of your kidneys, leave at least some functioning tissue for me to rescue later. Kidding. Sort of. Okay, mostly kidding. Like the carnivore diet itself. Here's the truth: the human body is more complex than this. Veggie has oxalate, kidney stones have oxalate, therefore veggies cause kidney stones. That's like blaming your hangover on the glass instead of the tequila. What science actually shows is this: the majority of urinary oxalate doesn't come from your food, it's produced by your own body. Meaning swapping broccoli for steak won't make you any less likely to get kidney stones. In fact, it could make things worse. A massive meta-analysis found that the more non-dairy animal protein people ate, the higher their kidney stone risk. And for anyone thinking, well, they weren't on a true keto diet, they were still eating some evil plants, consider this: research shows that going full keto actually increases kidney stone risk by 4 to 6 times. Not a little more, 4 to 6 times, people. That's science talking, not me. Let that sink in. Science says eating steak to prevent kidney stones is like trying to avoid a sunburn by standing under a giant magnifying glass. So, after science dunked on the keto diet harder than Shaq in his prime, let's get back to the diet that helped the patient with diabetes, CKD, and kidney stones go from stage 3 to a GFR of 107. And no, she wasn't surviving on coconut yogurt and finger citron smoothies. She wasn't secretly photosynthesizing, either. There's more variety here than you might think. I'm not going to list every single thing, this isn't a cooking channel, and I'm definitely not Gordon Ramsay, but every food you see here is safe for CKD patients, including those with diabetes or kidney stones. High potassium foods are off this list, even though Sylvia can enjoy them since her potassium is under control. Let's start with a potato alternative that people with diabetes are going to love: chayote squash. It's mild, slightly sweet, lower in sugar than apples or pears, and makes a fantastic potato substitute in salads. Eat it regularly and your kidneys and your liver will thank you. Research shows chayote can even help reduce fat accumulation in the liver, which is like the kidney's personal bodyguard. You can cook it like any other squash or eat it raw on salads. But if you do want potatoes, there's a trick to make them much friendlier to your blood sugar: the cook and cool method. By cooking potatoes, or sweet potatoes, rice, even pasta, and letting them cool, you reduce their digestible carbs and boost resistant starch, turning them from insulin-spiking troublemakers into blood sugar-calming heroes. It's like giving your carbs a redemption arc. Now, here's a fruit that will make the remaining 3 carnivores still watching me very nervous: watermelon. I know it gets a bad rap in CKD and diabetes circles because of its high glycemic index. But remember, watermelon is mostly water. The sugar per serving is low, especially if you pair it with fiber or healthy fats. And its real superpower is lycopene, a potent antioxidant linked to lower blood pressure, better heart health, and protection against diabetes-induced kidney damage. Small portions? Completely safe. And speaking of safe indulgences, let's talk about shirataki noodles, aka the pasta you'll never regret eating. 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 protein, and packed with glucomannan, a type of fiber from konjac root that can help lower creatinine, reduce proteinuria, improve gut health, and fight high blood pressure, diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. This isn't just pasta, it's kidney-friendly, diabetes-friendly, and guilt-free. Because here's the truth: fighting diabetes, CKD, and kidney stones at the same time isn't easy. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. And it's definitely not just eat meat. Early in my career, cases like Sylvia's felt overwhelming. But now, I see them for what they are: opportunities to prove that the right plan can change everything. Every patient deserves their own success story. Sylvia has hers. Yours could be next.